Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Full Damage on the Mindcrack Season 4 server. I swear I had some doors in at some point. Somebody took down all the fences and built a stable. I'm assuming it's the same person, and did these paths, but they took down all the fences and they have vanished, which is a shame because I'm still not zombie proof. I've got glass and I've got wooden doors. I was hoping to have a front yard and a backyard. I guess we can still have a small backyard here. And then, for the front yard... Where did this path go? That's just going to the dining room window. That's no good for nobody. Okay. We can have a small front yard too. Like, really small. Because we need the yard to keep the zombies out. Anyway. Ooh. It's beef. So, I've been working on the Clue Manor here some. Apologies that the last episode did not go up. There were some errors with the errors. There were some problems with the server. Not errors, it wasn't as fanciful as errors. It was just an issue. Server was down, so I couldn't record the episode. We're getting on the roof, or the ceiling for the second floor, the attic area. And then we'll be able to do the redstone on top of that, and then the Clue Manor will be all finished, which is exciting. We do need to keep a hole for these hoppers. I'll show you what I've done in just a second here. I did pick up another board game the other day, which is something I don't often do because, well, as I've said many times, YouTube doesn't give me enough money to pay the bills, let alone buy extra board games. Hey Beef. Hey. He's building stuff. But yes, I went to Chapters, downtown Ottawa, and they had the Game of Thrones card game, which is normally like a $50 game. It's the newest version, not the living card version. For those of you who are particularly interested, it's just the standard 2-player version. But it's normally like a $50 game. Chapters actually originally had it on for like $70, which is a little steep in my opinion, but you know, it's a big store, they can afford to do that. But they had it on sale for $17.50, and that was a frickin' steal. I don't know why. I think they're changing out their board game. Like, I say it's an old game. It's like a couple of years old at this point. I think 2013, maybe. Whoops, that's wrong. 2013, I think it was. So it's not an old game, but in terms of board games and printing and stuff, it may be going out of print now. So they're kind of winding down sales at this point. But yeah, $17 for a game that me and my wife wanted. We're both fans of Game of Thrones, which probably a lot of you guys are too young to watch. But it's a good show if you are allowed to watch that particular kind of show. But we were interested in the board game. As you guys know, we love board games and card games and whatnot. So we grabbed that, and yeah, haven't played it yet. We intend to play it tomorrow, because we won't have anything else to do tomorrow. But anyway, and that was that. That was exciting. My day out, I guess. So, what I've been working on here, I've just been getting the structure done for the first floor. We have all the walls in, not the glass yet, but all the walls and the floors are done. The secret passageways are also dug, not prettied up or anything. And we've done this dropper redstone stuff that we needed above all the character players, and we brought the redstone up slightly. I've changed the design. For those of you who remember the Season 4 version of the Clue Manor, the design originally came up here somewhere, and it needed 2 layers, and I couldn't like fit the floor in above. I had to section off a huge area. But with this design, it's flat, so I can put the floor all the way over here instead of not. So all I need to do really is only section off an area for the hopper to go up, which is really nice. It gives me a whole bunch more room upstairs. Like, each of those were about 6 blocks, so including the wall You had 3, 4, and 3. So like you were looking at an area of 12 or so blocks that were unusable space. Unfortunately for this one, it's not possible because the redstone comes up right next to it. So this one did have to take a 2-layer design, but it is a lot smaller than the original 2-layer design, which is also nice. I think it's smaller anyway. I hope so. But either way, it's only taking up, what, a 4 by or a 3 by 3 area, so only 9 blocks. It's no big deal, and I can even put a slab here if I really feel like it. But that's that. That's what I've been doing. Okay, so I'm going to get the floor for this area in, and then we shall come back and talk about some other things when it's not raining. Excellent, we have the Jesus Christ! Haha! Okay. I don't know where he came from. Oh, sorry. Sorry, you can't escape. You are the experiment. We'll talk about that in a second. Jeez, where did he come from? That's annoying. All the diorites exploded. God dang it. Let's find dirt to fix this thing now. Jesus. What a mess. What a mess. I don't know where he came from at all. No idea. Not a clue. There we go. Okay, let's reset the experiment. Boom. Okay. So I have the flooring done for the attic. Nearly ran out of darkwood, but we had a little bit. I managed to find some. Let's do that. Then we need to do the roof, which will go up to about that point probably, and the redstone inside there. We also need to do the walls on the second floor, obviously, but that's all going to depend on where the windows are, which is going to depend on where the rooms are. I also have an experiment set up here with this little guy, who I'm actually going to move. I don't know if he's going to get stuck in the fences. I should have done this with actual blocks, which I might do. That's just an experiment I've set up. I want to see how many times he's going to randomly trigger this dropper here. In fact, maybe we'll do a couple of chickens. Let's put in a couple more. There we go. And maybe one more. No. Okay, we just get to. Anyway, let's go over in this direction and have a look at this. This is the new and latest game in Goodland. It's so pretty, don't you just want to play it? This is going to be Gravwell. I've been planning out the area for it here. The corners here, the one we're standing on, that one there, and that one there, that marks the rough size of the room. It's probably going to need to be bigger, most likely. Definitely. It's it's going to need to be bigger. That's going to be like the actual size of the building, containing all the redstone and everything like that. The inside here, the wall will be about just 1 block behind these dirt blocks here. That is going to be the actual gaming area. That's going to be where the game is played. But Gravwell is a game played on a spiral board here, like you can see here, with 54 spaces, not including this middle 4x4 space, or 2x2 space. Each one of these counts as 1 space, there's 54 in total. The idea is, it's a game for 2 to 4 players, you can also play it solo. The idea is to be the first to get to the end here. At the start of the round, cards are dealt out into piles, equal to 3 times the amount of players. So if you're playing a 3-player game, 9 cards are dealt out. They're dealt face down into a pile. Then each face down card gets a face up card dealt on top of it. The players draft those cards, so they look at the card and they look at all the cards and say, I want this card, and they take the face down card that comes with it. So that makes up your hand. You'll do that until all the cards are gone. Like, each player will go around in a circle doing that until all the cards are gone. So you end up with a hand of 6 cards, because 3 times the number of players. At that point, you then look at your cards, and the movement phase begins. You play down a card in secret. Everybody does this at the same time. They secretly put down a card. The cards have a letter of the alphabet on them and a number on them. The number dictates the amount of spaces you move, and the letter dictates what order the cards activate in. The cards activate in alphabetical order. So say if player 2 plays a B card and player 1 plays a F card, then player 2's card is going to activate first. It's going to be a B, it will go first. And then player 2's card will go second. Player 3 card, if they played a Z, they will go last, obviously. Now, the way you move is interesting. This is where the real interesting part of the game comes in, I find. This and the whole alphabet secret playing order of the cards. The way you move, the direction you move, is in the direction of the closest source of gravity. Being in space, the only source of gravity is the other ships around you. There are the player ships. Each player has their own ship. There's also 2... they're called derelict ships. They're just objects that are on the game board and they don't often move. So say if you're like somewhere around here and another player's somewhere over a bit further along. Let's say you play a card to move forward 3 spaces, which would be, and the closest player is further ahead of you, so you're going to get 3 places closer to the end. That's good. But then, let's say another player behind you has a card, they play that, but they go first. They move up the board slightly and are now closer to you, so when your card activates, you're going to go backwards. I've not explained it very well. It's kind of difficult when you don't actually have the game to explain it with. All I've got is a whole bunch of dirt blocks in a spiral, and that's no good at all. Shut Up and Sit Down did a video on Gravwell, which I'd recommend checking out. But that's the game we're going to plan, or the game we're going to build next. We've got a rough plan for it. I kind of know how we're going to do the redstone. Not really. It's just kind of. I got a rough idea. We'll see what happens. That's definitely what we're going to work on next, just to let you guys know, get you guys excited for it. If any of you have played Gravwell, let me know in the comments. I personally haven't actually played Gravwell. I haven't been able to find it. It's not a hugely popular game, and I think it might be out of print. Maybe. I haven't seen it anywhere, like in the local game stores or anything like that. I haven't seen it. So it might be out of print. But if you know of a copy, I would definitely love to own one. It's a game I've been after for a while, actually. Sorry about that, had to step away for a second. But yeah, it's a game I've been after for a while, so if you know of a copy, definitely let me know. We have a whole bunch of mobs spawning up here. I'm not entirely sure where they're spawning. I thought I lit this area up nice, but apparently not. Because we have a whole bunch of mobs spawning up here. Got a torch down there. It should be lit up. Right? That's lit up. I don't know. Anyway. The experiment. That's something we should also talk about. There's a skeleton somewhere. He might be in the underfloor. Or he might be down here. Just mobs spawn in here. It's really kind of annoying. I need to go through and do a lighting spree. He could spawn over there somewhere. Who knows? Anyway, the experiment we're running. I think I talked about that already, but just in case I didn't. The experiment here is just to see how many times these chickens will press the pressure plate in the middle. The chickens are gone. Where the hell are the chickens gone? Friendly mobs don't just, unless they died in the fences when they grew up? Hey guy. Oh, I looked at you. Like, that was silly. They pressed it twice though. Oh, excuse me. They pressed it twice. Or maybe I pressed it. That experiment was a bust. Yeah, I want to put on some kind of random automated shuffler, so instead of shuffling it at the start of the game, it's just kind of shuffled when the area is loaded. Anyway, that is that. Talk about gravel, talk about this. The other thing to talk about, in just over a month, at the end of October, is my birthday, and last year we celebrated by building the birthday chamber. Or, no, last year we celebrated by filling the birthday chamber, and the year before we built it? Maybe? Something like that. Anyway, yeah. No, we had the chamber already, and we didn't name it as a birthday chamber. Anyway, this year, to kind of celebrate, I want to do the ABC, the Adlington Birthday Celebration. A whole bunch of videos, just playing the games that you guys want me to play. Just leave a comment, say the game you want me to play. If I have it, I will play it. If I don't have it, then I will find a way to maybe get it on Steam with either donations, or you guys can gift it to me, feel free. And if I already have it, then I can either gift it back to you or gift it on to other people who deserve the games more than I do. But yes, I would like to do a Adlington birthday celebration, playing the games you want to play. Whole bunch of little videos, all released on the birthday, as it happens, and you guys will be able to see all those, and hopefully enjoy them. So yeah, leave a comment, let me know what kind of games you want to play. Also, we'll probably do something special with any donations that are for like happy birthday and stuff, because those are always nice, and donations are always nice anyway. I do appreciate your donations very much. At the moment, by the way, donations are going towards a device to record console gameplay, and also a new microphone, as always. Anyway, I should do some more work on the Clue Manor. I've no idea how long I've recorded today, but I'm going to do some more work on the Clue Manor here, and hopefully get the redstone done. I said I would get it done this episode, but I've kind of been flitting around a little bit and trying to get all the wood for this, and setting up chicken torture devices and such. Anyway, I shall see you guys in a second. I don't understand what's going on. I have so many torches in this place now, and there are still mobs spawning. It's crazy. I don't get it. All I'm doing now is putting down torches, and there are still mobs spawning. There was like 3 creepers up here. I can understand them spawning on the roof, because there's no torches up there. They can spawn there at night. But they shouldn't come down the ladder. And there certainly shouldn't be 3 creepers in here. And there's also a whole bunch of zombies down in the base, or not the basement, the first floor. I don't get it. I've put so many torches. Maybe they're spawning on there? I don't know. Anyway, we're getting the walls done. Or we got most of the walls done, actually. We just need to get the actual wall part of the walls done. We've got the layout for them. We also need to do this part. Getting the hoppers up. And then the rest of the redstone. Working on it slowly but surely. A little bit of a pain. The chickens down here, the experiment is going successfully. They seem to be dropping about 1 every minute. I did log off for a while, and they seem to drop about 1 every minute, or they seem to trigger the pressure plate once every minute. So if we get that triggering a circuit that shuffles the cards a few times, like maybe shuffles 9 or so cards, then that'll be good. That'll work out well, and the chickens will be fine. Yeah, I just need to get all the redstone done, really, and then the roof, and then the glass, and then the stone. Still quite a lot to do. I want to try and get this done today, but I am running out of time. We'll see what we can do. If I don't get it done today, then I'll definitely get it done by next episode. Quickly show you guys the redstone, and then we'll work on probably Gravwell and go from there. Okay, so we have the redstone pretty much complete. It's not actually that big. It is a bit sprawly, and I can probably compact it a bit more, but I'm happy with it. It's hidden in the attic. It's all good. The last thing we need to do is put the minecart chest there. We also need to connect this line of hoppers to the front of those droppers there. So let's do that. We want to come up, what, here? Yes. Yes, that does block our ladder, which I'm going to move anyway. Okay, screw it, we'll just do that. I'll stay up here for now. And we go, oh, that might be an issue. In fact, that will be an issue. Okay, let's change that because that lever is in the way. Let's go around this way. That also frees up our ladder, which we're moving anyway. Doesn't particularly matter. And let's head on up over here. It's a bit of a pain to navigate around, as most redstone contraptions are. Gotta jump around. It's a mini jumping puzzle. I believe Etho has called it at some point. And let's drop down here. Excellent. Okay. Go up this way. Like that. And then in front of those. Fantastic. That's everything we need, I think. Should all be working fine. I have run a couple of tests. And I think it is working. The only other thing to do, actually, is to connect these hoppers to these hoppers. Those are our 6 hoppers that feed down to our players. The little player auto dispenser thing we had above each player. And then connect these redstone lines to the hoppers as well. So if a player is stood on the pressure plate down there, then this will turn off. And that will allow the hopper to drop items through, essentially, because a powered hopper won't suck items from the minecart there. So that's all good, but I need a whole bunch more hoppers to do that. I have the redstone to do it, but the redstone you kind of want to do. Well, you kind of want to do the redstone and the hoppers together because you can't move in here once you got all that done. The other thing to do is to connect this, which is our start switch, up to that line there, which is the starting signal. Chickens are still testing, or they kind of are. I kind of stopped the test. I had what I needed. Anyway, let's have a look at the redstone. If you want a more in-depth look at the redstone, like actual building it as we go along, the Clue manor that I built in Season 4 does that. But this is just an overview. This is all the redstone that there is. So this is a start line here. This is the button that's going to trigger everything. The very first thing it does is drops one item from each of these droppers, which are facing that way, this way over here, into these hoppers which we just placed. Those are going to go down to that chest that's hidden under the staircase. That's like the answer chest. That's where the person who did it, the weapon they did it with, and the room they did it with goes, if you're familiar with Clue and how it works. Then that might be fine. I might need to move this, possibly. Anyway, it should be fine, hopefully. We'll see when I run tests. Then that line is going to come down here and toggle this RS NOR latch here. Just nice little simple RS NOR latch. These 6 blocks here, that's all you need to concern about with that. That RS NOR latch is going to turn off this line, which is going to turn off these, which is going to allow these hoppers to suck the items from these droppers here. Those hoppers loop around through this dropper, which will constantly trigger via this hopper clock here. When there's items in the hopper clock runs, and it will trigger the dropper. Sorry, when there's items in the dropper, the hopper clock runs. The dropper triggers items, constantly shuffles around. It just loops. It goes up into that hopper, round, down, back into the dropper. Up into that hopper, round, down, back into that dropper. The nature with droppers and dispensers is that they select 1 out of the 9 possibilities randomly. It's one of the only ways you can do random numbers in Minecraft. So what that means is that it will shuffle the cards. So say you have 1 to 9 in here. it picks, say, 5, then 5 goes through, and then 4 goes through, and then 8 goes through, and then 2 goes through, and then by the time they get in here, they're in a different order. And that's that. That will keep going until back up here. This is back at our RS Norlatch there. While that's running, this is going to run. These 2 stacks are going to take about 30 seconds to empty into this hopper here. It just feeds into there once that thing is shuffling. After those items have all gone into this hopper here, and there's no items left in this hopper, this turns off. Like I said, it takes about 30 seconds. At that point, it's going to turn on this redstone line, which stops the hopper clock that's dealing with the dropper here, so the dropper stops shuffling. That will also trigger this hopper clock here to start counting down. While that's counting down, it's going to put these 29 items into this hopper here. During that time, this hopper over here is going to turn off. It's going to be unpowered, so it will start sucking items out of the dropper that was originally shuffling the items. Those items will move down and they will move into the minecart there. By the time this is counted down to 29, or counted down from 29 items, all the items are in the minecart there. This thing will pulse from here. It will pulse down and trigger the minecart to keep looping over the remaining player switches and the player hoppers here. And each of these is going to be active depending on who is stood on the player buttons downstairs. So each player will get the cards dealt to them like you would in a normal dealing situation around a table. This will keep looping here. Every time it goes over this activator rail, this comparator checks if it's empty. If it's empty, it will go through and up here and wait back on the powered rail there. If it's full, it will keep looping around. May need to fiddle with this as it is in a different direction. I can already see that is going to be an issue. So yeah, do need to fiddle with that and change how the rails are turned, but that's just changing something that's on to be off instead of being on. And then the last thing that happens is when this triggers the minecart, it also resets the entire system. Those hoppers, or the droppers all turn off, everything else resets. The two stack counter starts counting back. Everything goes back to how it was. And that's essentially it. It's just a whole bunch of small components added together to make big components. Like the thing is, it's just a hopper timer, 2 hopper timers, one being 2 stacks and one being 29 items, a hopper clock which constantly pulses back and forth, a few droppers, and then another dropper loop here which shuffles the items. That's it, really. It's really not that hard. There are these pulse extenders here. Once the items come out of here, the pulse is like a tick. So you just want to extend that just a little bit so everything can start running. But that's it. That's all the stuff that's there. It's really not that difficult. If you don't understand redstone, I recommend just trying it. Like, I didn't understand redstone when I first started the game, obviously, because I'd never played it before. But now I've built an entire game. So, yeah, it works. It's just a whole bunch of little things all put together, connected with shiny redstone lines, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, I think that's going to about do it for this episode. Oh yeah, we're probably over now. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember, leave comments on what games you kind of want to see me play in the birthday celebration thingy, ABC, and if you want to leave a donation for the birthday or anything like that, thank you very much. There's a PayPal link in the description. Just leave like a happy birthday message, and I will do the special thank you for birthday donations. I don't know what that's going to be yet. Maybe some kind of monument. Who knows? I thank all my donators anyway, so it's not overly special. You're not special. No, you are special. All of you are special. I thank you all very much, because I couldn't do YouTube without you guys. Or I could. It would just be extremely boring because nobody would watch. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to spend some time, put some roof on here, but I got to get this episode rendering. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode where we will go to space.